G'day, cheeky dogs. Thank you all so much for joining me today for my live stream. I figured for Happy Healer Days for today, I would just do something where I get to chat with all of you as well. Talk about the fact that I've been in Australia now for 1 year and what that's been like, and give you guys a chance to ask me any questions that you have as well. So just whenever I see someone in the chat, we've got the chat live on the screen. I'll also throw like some comments up for anyone who's asking questions and things like that. If anything happens in my live stream, if I drop out, just give me a second. I live there, like quite literally the bush. So the Wi-Fi is not fantastic. So those of you who are in the chat, great to see everyone. Is it already dropping in and out? Of course, what would my live stream be without that? The Wi-Fi is already, yeah, Bluey edits. The Wi-Fi is already starting up. Anyway, so let's just go through it. Yeah, I've been in Australia for exactly 1 year now. It's been a lot. You guys might have noticed I haven't uploaded as many videos as I normally do, which is why I'm doing the Happy Healer Days in December with a Bluey video almost every day as much as I possibly can. Oh, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. But yeah, yes, sad. I know, my Wi-Fi. But, oh, this is a good question. Why did we move back? So two main reasons why we moved back. One was my parents. They are quite elderly and they needed a lot of help, and they live out here in the middle of nowhere. So yeah, I really had to move back to help them because I'm my mom's only daughter. And then the second reason is I have two little kids of my own, and one of them just started school this year, and I really wanted him to do school in Australia rather than in America. So that was sort of the two main reasons why we moved back to Australia. And yeah, so far it's been fantastic. My kids absolutely love it here. We see kangaroos every day and goannas, and I think actually I've got, oh, also Anna, thank you so much. That's amazing. You've been watching me for so long. I really appreciate that. Well, let me do that one. So I wanted to show you guys. Yeah, so when we moved here, we did get a present for my kids. So we officially have two little rag dolls. This is them when they were like itty bitty and were obsessed with being in the sink, and I don't know why. Whereas now they are definitely a little bit bigger. So this is Pikachu and Elsa. So yeah, my kids named them, actually, of course. But yeah, they are amazing. They're rag dolls. We absolutely love them. It's so good. But we also have, yeah, like I said, a bunch of kangaroos everywhere as well, which is really, really cool. We have peacocks too, randomly, a ridiculous amount of peacocks. We live really close to a billabong, which is like a sanctuary for animals. They have emus there, which is really cool. And we did get to go to Japan this year as well, and we got to see lots of deer, and that's my daughter there. But yeah, I just kind of wanted to share a couple of little photos with you guys. But I'm just going to go back to the chat. Where have I got it? So, cute tales. So you moved back to Australia. That's kind of amazing. Australia is the greatest place. They have kangaroos, cockatoos, and more animals they have in Australia is a really good place. Yeah, it is. There's lots of really amazing wildlife here. It's been really, really awesome being here. Sad. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. My favorite high school subject and why? I had two, maths and ancient history, which wouldn't really be surprising. I obviously love a lot of like history on stuff and things like that. But yeah, I always loved ancient history. I was initially going to go to uni to be a archaeologist initially. I didn't end up going through with that. But yeah, so that was one of my favorite. And maths, I just always really loved math. Oh yeah, in Australia we say maths, the S. Yeah, I always just really loved it. So yeah, it was one of my favorite. Oh, no spamming in the chat, please. All right, what is my favorite Australian animal? Ooh, kangaroo, I guess, because we have so many kangaroos. Connor asks, Australia is a good place, but the spiders and the snakes and all the deadly animals aren't. Yeah, we have a lot of spiders and snakes out where I live, because same thing, we're, again, in the middle of nowhere. We're quite far from a city. Yeah, that's been a learning curve for my husband and my kids, is like making sure they stay away from snakes, and if they see one, to stand really still. And the spiders, usually we try and shoo out of the house. I do try to teach them. Oh, sorry, Minion JR, I need to put you in a timeout because you're spamming the chat. So yeah, we've been learning kind of like what they do in the episode slide, where I'm trying to teach my kids to be kind to other animals and just like let them go back outside rather than hurting them. MA3 asked me my favorite bit about Australia. The sunshine. I didn't realize how much I missed sunshine and beaches. We're quite close to a beach here. And where we were living in America, I lived in Arizona and I lived in Oregon. So two very different places. And Arizona, yes, has a lot of sun, but it's also so hot all the time. So it was so hard to go outside and I wasn't anywhere near a beach. So I couldn't understand. I'm like, why am I so hot, but not near a beach? And Oregon, I loved. It was really pretty, but it rained so much. So I really love being near a beach and the sun as well. So that was my sort of favorites. Oh, someone's in Newcastle, Australia. Hey, and Dingo, that's awesome. Have I watched The Masked Singer? No, I haven't. I know a lot of people love it though. Another question, Vanessa Martin. What is an animal that you wouldn't want in your home from Australia? Yeah, red belly snake. Would not want them. Very dangerous. Have you ever saw the episode Slide where they have the hidden eggs, Easter eggs? Yeah, I have. I did a good. We actually, one of the bugs you see in it, the Christmas beetle, we've seen a lot recently because it's that time of year, and we found one the other day. My daughter was so excited. They are so shiny and so big. Yes, it is hard to shoe the bugs. Someone's like, I forgot you moved to Australia. Yeah, depends on like, I guess what videos you see of me. Like if you see me with black cubies, that's a video from when I was in America, and the white cubies are from when I'm in Australia. L-like objects, who's your favorite Bluey character? Muffin. Muffin is still my favorite. Absolutely love Muffin. And Connor asked me, do I have a least favorite Bluey episode? Yep, Blue Mountains. Did a whole video about how that episode is just not my favorite. I don't know why. I get so bored with it. Anna asked me, what was something you had to get used to again when you moved back to Australia? I mean, the price of things is expensive, and not having same-day delivery from Amazon, which seems so silly, but like that was something that became such a big part of life in America. I just didn't leave the house as much in America. Like I just was inside all the time. Whereas here I'm outside all the time, and like you still have to go physically to shops to do shopping, which I love because you have to interact with people. So yeah, there's something about like just getting to be around people more. I really, really loved. Nostalgic says, what other aimed at young kids TV shows do you and your kids watch? Oh my God. I try to like give a balance with my kids. So they get like TV time, but obviously a lot of like playtime as well. But we watch a lot of Japanese shows just because we lived in Japan for so long. So we watch like Sailor Moon, and we watch Pokemon and Doraemon. A lot of Studio Ghibli movies we watch as well. Studio Ghibli's fantastic. Very low stimulation, beautiful music, just gorgeous visuals. Right now, though, they are obsessed with the Minecraft movie, even though they haven't played the game. So that's what they're watching a lot. Oh, Stuart, you bring up such a fantastic thing. I'm sorry if this is a bad time, but do you have anything to say about Australia's new law that bans anyone under 16 from social media? I think this is really interesting. And it goes in effect today, actually. It's the 10th here. I don't know. I don't know how they're going to enforce this properly. I do think it's so hard because like a lot of it comes down to like parenting as well. Like you just got to be so on top of explaining how to use social media for kids, and they have to, like, I came from the generation that grew up with it. Like it came out when I was like a late teenager kind of thing. Like Facebook came out when I was in like my 20s kind of thing. So like we slowly learned and watched it evolve. And even then, like it still took me such a long time to understand how to not be affected by it negatively, I guess. And that's still something you still have to teach to your kids. You still got to teach them how to not be negatively affected by it when they finally use it. So I think it's like I don't know. It's great that the government wants to be proactive in trying to find a way to help kids, but it does still rely on parents in the household being able to teach their kids how to use it as well, I think. So yeah, it's quite interesting. I'm going to try and drop down to the bottom here. Sad, honestly, thank you so much. You're so kind. What Bluey characters am I looking forward to seeing in the Bluey movie or season 4? Pom Pom. I want to see Pom Pom and her mum and dad more, and I want to see Coco's family. I want to see more of Coco's family. I think that would be so cool. Especially season 4. I feel like we could do a whole episode on Coco's family. So yeah, I would really like to know about that. MA3, my favorite video that I've done so far and why? Honestly, my favorite video is one that just didn't do well. It was, I kind of have two, but one of them is they're both theory videos. And one is about Bluey is the Bluey world set in a parallel universe. I'm going to link it into a video that I'm going to do through Happy Healer Days. That was one of my favorite videos to do because I just love the idea of parallel universes and again, like the ancient history of it all. that was one of my favorite, and like the evolution of the dogs in Bluey. Both of those were like some of my favorite ones to like create and research and make a video for, and they both just did like averagely not that great. So it's always, I know, it's interesting, like your favorite videos aren't the ones that everyone else loves, and that's fine. That's all good. Q-Tails, yes, I love Has Been Hotel. The lead art director for Bluey works on Has Been Hotel, Costa Kassab. He designed the hotel, which is amazing. So he did a lot of the animation for the hotel on that. So yeah, really, really, really cool. If you are over 18, watch Has Been Hotel. It is an adult animation, not a child's animation show. So yeah, just in case. So Juna, would I visit Disneyland in 2026 for Bluey and Bingo? That's right. So they announced this ages ago that Bluey and Bingo were going to be at the parks and on the cruises, and they were in the cruises last year, but they just never made it to the parks because I don't know, these things always happen. Would I? They're only there as like a show, basically. So it's like they've opened up an area where they'll do like a little show and then like an interaction, and you can play some games with them. I think my kids would love it. I think that would be a lot of fun. It's just so expensive to go to Disneyland and Disney World in America, and it's so much cheaper to go to it in Japan, especially for us where we are now. So if it's in Japan, maybe, but obviously they'll be speaking Japanese there, so I don't know, we'll see how we go. But I do think it's cool that they're adding them in there, and it does still help like increase the hype for it. So I can understand why they'd do that. So next question, Saji, what do you think about all the Bluey minisodes and the different vids compared to the regular episodes? I think the minisodes are a good way, again, of like helping continue like the Bluey enjoyment while we're waiting for more stuff, which seems like is just going to be forever at this point. I wish we still had more minisodes, or like they would, rather than just dropping them all at once, just release it on like a weekly schedule and like do that every now and again. Like it just helps, I think, with the continuation. I'm a big fan of the weekly drops rather than the binge as a content creator because it's better for me that way. But yeah, I mean, we haven't had any other minisodes in forever, so I don't know if they even have any left to show us or if they still need to create some in the background. So it'll be interesting. Connor asks, do I miss anything from America or Japan or any other countries I've lived in? I've traveled to 30 countries and I lived in a whole heap of different ones. Japan is still my favorite. If I could go back there and live there, I would in a heartbeat. But I do think Australia is better for raising kids. Japan, I miss the food and the active lifestyle because you walk everywhere, you bike everywhere, there's transportation everywhere. I miss that. I miss the convenience of everything, and the food is amazing. And how respectful everyone is really good. America, I just miss Amazon same-day delivery, and obviously our friends and family. Yeah, but yeah, Japan is amazing. I really miss Japan. Sad asked me, what do I think of the Walt Disney Company at the moment and the live action remakes? Man, they're hit and miss, hey. Like, I still haven't watched Snow White because I can't be bothered. I know how bad it is, so I'm like, I don't want to put myself through it. Their original remakes, like the Cinderella one that they did that like kind of like restarted all of this, was amazing, as was Maleficent. Like, they were such good movies that added more to the story, unlike The Lion King, which was just like a shot-by-shot remake. And even Lilo and Stitch, like my kids haven't asked to rewatch it, and like they'll rewatch the cartoon. I feel like the cartoon is much better. I just wish they would make more original content. I really, really wish they would. Next question, do I like Bluey more or less because of moving to Australia? I like Bluey more. I think maybe it's nice to see how much it's loved here is really, really cool, but it is a shame that there is now, initially at the start, there was more products in Australia, but now that it's so big, there are way more products in America and the UK that you can buy that aren't available in Australia. And I do think that's a little unfair. Emmanuel Cosmos asked me, do you or your kids speak Japanese, and how does it affect their social life being bilingual? My kid's a little still, so 5 and 3. My son actually, he's learning to be bilingual. He'll be starting classes and things like that. So they can say like a couple of words, and they can understand a bit more when they're watching TV, but they can't speak it fluently or anything like that. But the aim is to hopefully get them to eventually. So yeah, they love Japan. They've been there twice. My son always asks for us to go back. So I think that would be really, really cool. Kayla asked, what do you think of having a character that speaks in Korean or Japanese? I agree that there should be more diversity in Bluey, purely because Australia is really, really diverse. Especially in terms of like the accents and the language, and we haven't really seen that a lot in Bluey. The only really different accent we've had is Wendy's, which is like a little bit more of a British Australian accent, which is kind of what I have. And then we've had Maynard, who he is a Aboriginal man who's from my hometown, which is awesome. And you can I can hear his accent in it, but that's because I'm from North Queensland and I understand, like, I can hear the differences. But there's just not much when there really is a huge diversity of it. So I would like to see more of that in the future. So next one, can't wait for Christmas to watch Christmas specials. Yes, I really want them to do another Christmas special. I'd be so happy for that. I love that, yeah, you guys talking about season 4. You want to see more of Bluey and Bandit. What do I think of the Bluey game? Is it out today? The Quest for the Golden Pen? I haven't played it yet, so I'm very excited for it. I would love to open a new channel in Spanish. I have been looking into it, especially because YouTube's doing a lot of like auto dubbing now and options like that. I tried the feature out that YouTube has, and it's not quite accurate. Like, there's some like funny things in it. I did it with Japanese just because I can understand that, and it's like some of the words they use, they're a bit odd. So I'm just gonna give it a little bit to see if it gets better, and if it's an option, and then yeah, I would really like to do that. Do I like Australia or America more? I like Australia more. That's because it's where I grew up also, so that's why. Oh, thanks, Mama Becca. That's so sweet of you. Why do they have to remove the ending scene of Muffin trying to hit Stripes' nose harder? Mostly I assume it's because of like just it shows like violence, like a kid hitting an adult. So that's not something you usually can put on like a public space. So yeah. Bluey edits, when does school start in Australia? January. Our school year is January to December, so it falls in line with the calendar year, because summer for us, of course, is in January. Most places start in the summer, except for Japan. Japan starts in the spring, which is cool. I miss the 2000s, like Toys R Us. Yes, I know, same. Oh, thank you so much, Butter. Love your videos. Bluey edits, you love the accents. I love that. Where we go? Cute Tales. What do I think of B&B Productions? Who reviews Bluey? What do you think of this YouTuber? B&B, he changed his name, Hideaki. Now he was one of like the first people to do Bluey stuff. Like, I remember when I first did like a Bluey review, it was him and Ben Tendo were the only people I could see who had done something about Bluey on YouTube. So like those guys were the first ones to do it, which was amazing. And I know he was in school, he was in high school when he started, which again is incredible. What he did, but then I think people have to give. It's so much easier for me now. I'm in my mid-30s, guys, so I can look back, and if I had tried to do YouTube when I was a teenager in high school, oh my god, that would have ruined me. Like, I did not have the mental fortitude, I think, to have dealt with being online and having to deal with the comment section. And we're very lucky. In general, the Bluey comment section on YouTube is very kind and very loving. Instagram's the worst. Like, it is hit and miss with that algorithm. And TikTok's hit and miss sometimes too. It's not as bad as Instagram. But yeah, I think for him to have done all that effort as a teenager in high school and dealt with all the mental stuff with comment sections and like ratios and things like that, which is just so much. Yeah, it's amazing, honestly. But he's young. He's got so much left of his life to do. Like, I found this in my 30s. He found it in his teenage years. Like, he's got ages to go with whatever he wants to do in the future, and I think that's amazing. So yeah. Oh no, the Wi-Fi. The Wi-Fi. Aha, I'm back. Aha, the Wi-Fi. Those of you in the comment section, you know. Thanks, guys. I'm not sure where it cut me off there, but yeah, I wish Hideaki all the best in whatever he wants to do in the future. Sad, you asked me what my favorite healer family member is in order. Oh, that's so rough. I'm going to go with Bluey, and I know a lot of people wouldn't pick her first, but I'm going to say Bluey first because the show is about her. So she should be number one. And then my second favorite to watch would be Bingo because she's so cute. And then probably Bandit because he's so funny and he gets a lot of funny lines. And then Chili at the end. But I think Chili's only at the end because like she hasn't had as much to do in the show as Bandit, Bingo, and Bluey have. Like, it's definitely increased over the seasons. But I think, again, like, the show most of the time is written by Joe Brum, who is a dad writing the show. So I think if it was written by a mum, it would be a bit different. So yeah, that's probably why. What are my favorite episodes from each season? My least favorite episode. So I mentioned before, Blue Mountains, least favorite. I did do a ranking video ages ago. Oh, I can't even remember now. But like usually like my favorites from season 3 is like Fairy Tale. I love. Onesies is amazing as well. Those are both really great. And Tradies. Tradies is so good. Season 1, Fruit Bats, really good. Camping. Season 2, Dance Mode and Hammer Barn are fantastic. And Sticky Gecko and Grandad. So good. Homeschooling and trying to kick off YouTube. Good luck. That's what I mean. Starting YouTube is really hard. Like my husband, he's taken over our second channel now and he's getting into a lot of like anime-based stuff. And like he's just having to learn how to edit and everything like that. Like it's a whole heap of things you gotta learn how to do. South Park and Bluey. Yes, I see your profile picture. I love it, Butter. I'm a big fan of South Park and I also love Bluey. So seeing Bluey appear on that show made me smile so hard. That episode was really good. Like I loved doing the video about that because it was really great getting to talk about like the effects of what's happening right now with AI and the internet and kids shows and kids in school. I thought it was really well done. Really, really well done. Next question, is there any breed of dog that I would like to see in Bluey? My favorite dogs are Dalmatians, so we already got them covered, so that's fine. I don't know what other dogs we haven't really seen yet. I also, like, I mean, I've learned a lot of breeds in Bluey because of it. But yeah, I'm not really sure. Irish Wolfhounds, have we seen Irish Wolfhounds? Because they're huge. So having them in Bluey, I feel like they should be like way bigger than everyone else. So maybe something like that. Oh, the Wi-Fi didn't cut? Oh, okay, that's good. It just blurred on my side. All right, just going down to the bottom of the chat here. Oh, Emmanuel, what's my second channel name? Mixed and Nerdy. So it started off as like, just like a vlogging thing during the 2020s, something to do while we were inside. And then we switched away from that. And then trying to focus more on, we're going to turn that channel basically into anime-based stuff. So my husband's doing a lot of like animation breakdowns and news and things like that. I'll eventually try and jump on there and do some breakdowns as well. So that's what we are pivoting that channel to, is anime. But yeah, Mixed and Nerdy is the other channel name. Where have I got? So Sajay, what character do I relate to the most? I relate to Chili and Trixie the most, for sure. Just because I'm a mum as well, so I relate to them a lot. Sticky Gecko is like, and that's like just every day, every single day. Connor, are you ever going to let your kids play Roblox due to the things going on right now? Absolutely not. My husband plays a lot of video games. I do not, because I just don't have time. But we both sort of talked about the idea of when we would be okay with our kids playing games, and then we're both very much on the same point of like, not till they're a bit older, and they will only play them with chats off and only with my husband. And if they want to play with like a friend, then that's cool. If it's someone we know and we can set up with a family member, that'll be okay. But yeah, at the moment, definitely no for Roblox. Maybe yes for Minecraft, maybe. But yeah, that's just because like, it's just, I'm a part of this. Like I see comment sections all the time. I know what people are like online, and I don't want to subject my kids to that. I don't think it's worth it. If they want to play games, we can just download games without chats and things like that. So yeah, I want to try and protect my kids as much as I can from online. Just because there's just so many dangerous aspects to it. And I see it all the time. So yeah. Do my kids play the Bluey video game? Yes, they do. I have played the initial Bluey game. I'm really hoping Bluey, the Quest for the Golden Pen is much, much better. So I'll be excited about that. MA3, my favorite Bluey character that isn't in the Healer family, aside from Muffin. Rusty's pretty awesome. Maybe Rusty. Rusty, I think, yeah. Felix, when will season 4 come out? Maybe 2027, 2028. Maybe. That's still a maybe. They still have not said anything. It's insane. The worst Bluey character, Granny, like Grumpy Granny. Maybe might be the worst. Grumpy old pig, grumpy old granny. Yeah, maybe she's the worst character, I think. Christopher asks, is Australia better than America minus inflation? Yeah, I mean, politics is bad everywhere, honestly. But I do think quality of life is better here. There's a lot less fear that I know a lot of my friends are going through at the moment in America. So I would say, and my kids seem a lot happier here. And we can do a lot more activities. There's a lot more, what's a good word for it? Everything's a bit more affordable for things to do and stuff like that. So yeah, I do think here. Do I watch Matt Pat's videos? Yeah, every now and again I do. Matt Pat's great. Well, where's the next one? Grouchy Granny is the only character worth hating. Basically. Sad asked me, is Missy a Yorkshire Terrier or exactly Australian Terriers? They're just another breed of terriers. Like, they all have like slightly different coloring and different sizes and temperament. So, yeah. Do the Promised Neverland. My husband loves that. I'll let him know. I think so, yeah. I'll let him know. It's one of his favorites for sure. Someone asked me, do I like Lego? I don't think I have the patience for Lego. My kids do. My kids love it. I have ADHD and I am very much like a get things done kind of person. I'm not good at doing slow, methodical tasks. I'm more of like that high-paced, I need to get stuff done kind of thing. So Lego for me is difficult because I can't complete it fast enough kind of thing. So I think I really struggle with Lego because of that. Anna asked, if I could be any dog breed other than your favorite breed, which breed would you be and why? I'm Bluey. Maybe a Pomeranian again, just because I feel like they're so hyper. That would work for me. Oh yeah, question about Australia. So how has it been for your kids and husband getting their citizenships? So my kids got their citizenships when we were in America. So for those of you who don't know, if you are born in another country, obviously you get that citizenship. But for Australians, if you have a parent who's Australian, then you qualify for it automatically. So that was easy. And my husband's in the process at the moment of getting his visa for being here. So, hey. Athena used to ask, what's your favorite thing to do with your babies? You are such a good mom. This is my mother-in-law, guys. Hi. Thank you so much for joining. Yay. My favorite thing to do with my babies, cuddling and reading books, obviously, is one of my favorite things. But at the moment, their favorite thing to do is to go to the Billabong Sanctuary and see all the animals and get to pat them. You can feed the crocodiles now as well, which is really, really cool. So we're going to do that this Friday. But yeah, that's my favorite thing to do with them. And I want you to come here soon. Dust13 asked me, do I have any pets? If so, what are their names? Yeah. In case you didn't see at the start of the stream, these are our two pets. Pikachu and Elsa, two little rag dolls. Are our pets. But actually, the cat distribution system worked its magic, and we now have a third cat called Black Spot. It's a little black cat who has now decided he wants to live with us and comes every day to get food. So he was a wild cat, and now he's just chilling at our place, and we're feeding him. Joel asked me, do you think they'll use the Peanuts movie animation style for the CGI in the Bluey movie, or will the character designs be more like the toys? I think it'll be more Peanuts style, because that's so close to what like the Peanuts 2D animation looks like. I think they did such a good job with that. I feel like that's what they would probably do for Bluey. Again, I really wish that they would have stuck with the 2D style for the movie. It really, it's like one of the best parts about Bluey. But it is what it is. Hopefully it'll translate okay. So we'll see. We'll see. The other question I got, if Bluey season 4 won't come out, quit Bluey. Yeah, I mean, they got to keep doing stuff to try and like get it out. My favorite Bluey character, Muffin. Now my husband is online. Yeah, this is our other channel, Mix and Eddie. Are you sure it's just two? Lol. He's talking about our cats. That would be Black Spot. What Bluey episode do your kids have on repeat? Oh, my daughter loves Fruit Bat. She loves Fruit Bat. That's one of her favorite ones. And Tradies. Those are two of her favorite. My son does not like rain. Obstacle Course is probably one of his favorites, actually. He really likes Obstacle Course. AJ, how do I pull off wearing pajamas like an Udi on YouTube? This is just like one of the comfiest things in the world to wear, and it makes it easier for me to make videos because I don't have to think about what I have to wear every single video, which I used to have to when I first started YouTube. I was like, oh, what should I wear? Having an Udi that's Bluey is just so much easier. I'm in a room with aircon on, so it's just kind of like my uniform for work, so it makes it a lot easier for me. Where do you think you would be if Bluey never gained popularity? Still trying to figure out what to do on YouTube, honestly. I should have figured it out earlier. I love watching theory videos and Easter egg videos. Like, that is what I watch on YouTube, especially for like movies and TV shows and anime. So I think maybe eventually I would have figured it out that that's what I would enjoy making. But it is hard, obviously, finding your niche on YouTube and getting in early on that niche on YouTube. So I think I would have found it eventually, but maybe I wouldn't be as big as I am now. Favorite minisode? Blocks is my favorite animation-wise because they put so many little hidden details in it. And I know how much effort they put into Blocks. But Drums is also very good. I really like Drums. Australia question. So why did we move back to Australia? I forgot. To look after my parents who are elderly and living out in the middle of nowhere on a farm. So we're out here helping them. And also I wanted my kids to do school in Australia. What do I think Brandy's baby will look like? Depends on who the dad is. If it's the busker, then obviously a mix between those two types of dogs. Another little red heeler. I think it'll be a boy just because we've gotten like Muffin, Socks, Bluey, and Bingo are all girls, so it makes sense for it to be a boy. Yeah, Mania Graph, I miss 2D style. Me too. I really wish, yeah, that they would stick with the 2D. How can you feed the crocodiles? This is the Billabong Sanctuary. They are just little like freshwater crocs, and they give you food like on a stick with a string, and you basically dangle it over near their mouth, and they jump up and catch it. It's terrifying. But yeah. Thanks, Bluey. Edits. I appreciate that. Here we go. Sad says, do you think they will use the class animation? Because that looks like 2D. Based on what I've seen Cosmic Dino Studios do so far, like on their Instagram and the other projects they put out, I don't think so. That doesn't seem to be their style. They're very much more that traditional Zootopia style 3D. So I think that's more of what we would see, really. Favorite minisode, as I mentioned before, Blocks and Drums, definitely. Christopher, I know you started out comparing USA versus Australia. Yeah, those are some of the first videos I did. Like that was because that's, what I was living with at the time. But yeah, they were some of my first videos. Nostalgic says, I'm autistic, and while I respect the show not playing down to kids, I wish I could know the answer to all the mysteries the show wants to leave vague. I know, I think that's like some of the favorite things, basically, is to leave a lot of things vague. What is my favorite Disney character? When I was a kid, it was Snow White. That was my favorite movie to watch. And then Peter Pan. I think now, I don't know, maybe Cinderella. She has a lot of resilience and kindness. I think is amazing. So maybe Cinderella. I love it. Here's a joke. What kind of dog can tell time? I don't know. MA3, the real question is, was it worth moving back to Australia? Yeah, I think it was. 1,000,000 times over. Things have been tougher for us on a bunch of different fronts. But I think overall, my kids are having a better life here. I think we're having a better life here. I'm a lot healthier here than I was in America. I think overall it was worth moving back to Australia. Yeah, I think so. Right after I left America. Yeah, a lot of stuff's happening in America, obviously. So I'm glad that we're in Australia. Have I ever met or talked to anyone from Ludo Studios about Bluey? Yes. On Instagram mostly. I've talked to a bunch of the animators and some of the people in the sound department and things like that. They've been very, very gracious and kind to me in answering some questions when I have them. So they're really lovely. And the voice actor for Uncle Rad, I know him. So yeah, I got to see him and talk to him and all that. So yeah, our kids have played together. Yeah. So it's a small world sometimes within Australia. His wife is a friend from high school. So, and she's also her name's Harriet Dyer. She's also a famous Australian actress. So I want her to be on Bluey. I think her kids would love that. How do you feel about a Bluey Primeval crossover? I don't know Primeval, so I'm not sure. I still haven't seen Zootopia 2. I was meant to so I could do a review on it, and then life got insane last week. So I'm hoping to go see Zootopia this weekend. I did read the book for it because I saw it in the stores, and the books always spoil the endings and everything. So I do know who the villain is and that. But yeah, what breed is the Busker dog? I can't remember now. I can't remember. Oh, this is a good one. Gooseberry. I'm a preteen and I'm nervous to watch the Bluey movie in theaters because people might make fun of me. Do you have any advice? I mean, I guess there's lots of different things to talk about here. I do not think that you will be the only preteen in the movies, for one thing. I think there'll be a lot of adults in there, a lot of teens, a lot of preteens, a lot of kids. There will be a lot of people going to see this movie, just like people of all ages go to see Zootopia and Frozen and all the other Disney movies that come out too. So I do not think that you will be alone in any sense of the word. Again, if you're worried maybe about like school or your friends and things like that, I know it's so hard as a teenager because like everything is about what people think. But honestly, at the end of the day, realistically, like they don't get to determine what you like and what makes you happy and what you enjoy. And a lot of the time, like your real true friends will be the ones who are like, yeah, that sounds great. Let's go see it together. Or they'll be like, yeah, how was it? Kind of thing. Like those are the friends that you'll have. But I think you will not be alone. I think this movie is going to make so much money. So much money. And it will be because it reaches all ages. And Joe Brum's very specific about that. So yeah, enjoy what you like. That is the most important thing. What's my favorite holiday? Christmas or Halloween. It's so hard to decide. I love a good dress up. Halloween's a lot of fun. But I do also really love Christmas. Those are, yeah, very true. My husband, mixed and natty. I feel like I know the answer to the joke and I started cackling in public like a weirdo. What's the answer to the joke? Tell me. Do I have good names for Mackenzie's parents? What are they? The Shepherds. If one of them was called Foot Rot, that would be so funny because they're based on Foot Rot Flat. Mackenzie is. So something to do with that I think would be really funny. What's my favorite Pokemon? Vaporeon. Is that Vaporeon background here? Yes, up there. Vaporeon. Vaporeon is my favorite. Bluey Edits. I want to see the movie, but I'm a bit iffy about it because of Disney and their recent movies. I think because it's all being made in Australia and Disney's just putting the money behind it, it will be fine. That is how I would like to. Why didn't I post on Sunday America time? Because I ran out of time. I was sick all day Sunday. I was wrecked. I couldn't speak. I was so close. I'm like, I will put out an extra one. I'll do like 26 days. But no matter what, I will have 25 videos out. I did put some shorts out. So, yeah. Oh my gosh, sad. Sorry, I'm like slowly working down. Thank you so much. Oh my goodness. Can you do a Harry Potter theory about why Harry, Ron, and Hermione were wearing the locket in the Deathly Hallows? They could have used Hermione's expending bag. Also, when will you read your kids Harry Potter? Fantastic questions. One of the channels I watch, Super Carlin Bros, they do a lot of Harry Potter theories. They do Disney and Pixar ones too. Again, they were like one of the, I guess, like reasons why I'm like, oh, I should do theories about this stuff too. One of my biggest first early videos was Turning Red, why the mum was so much bigger than the other ones. And that was like, yeah, I was so happy about that video. But Harry Potter theories. Yeah, I'm a millennial. I grew up it was huge. Like people were reading it at school and you didn't want to get it spoiled when it was coming out and everything like that. So yeah, it was a big part of like my teen years and things like that. Obviously now it's pretty tainted, which is sad, I think. Some of those things is like, do you separate the work from the author? I don't know. There's like a whole bag of stuff to get into, basically. I love the book. There are a lot of issues within the book that I understand now as an adult. There's a lot of racist things in the book, a lot of undertones, which is a shame. The overall story, though, is amazing, and I think it is a good thing that it got so many people into reading. I think that is amazing, and I love fantasy books as well. My son and my daughter have seen the first movie. They have seen that, and we do have the books. I don't know when we'll read it to them, to be honest. I think when my son, he's starting to get into reading more now because he can read, maybe over time, but I might try and find him some other fantasy books as well that I think are a bit more, deserve more support perhaps. Obviously HBO, no, now that's owned by Netflix, well, will be. When they released the show, I think that'll be really interesting. I do want to cover it because it'll be huge, obviously, at the time. But yeah, don't know about that. As for the Harry Potter theory, though, the reason behind that I've seen is that they didn't put the locket in the bag because they were so worried about losing it. So they had to wear it so that there was like just no chance of them losing it, I think was like one of the theories I remember seeing about that. Yeah, so there's Harry Potter stuff. Harry Potter, I think, is very, let me know in the comments. How do you guys feel about Harry Potter? Because like, I'm very conflicted on it. I would love to know how you guys feel, actually. And Bluey Edits, again, I would be a 16, 17-year-old in theaters for Bluey, so you won't be alone. Yeah, there'll be loads of people doing that. Do I plan on playing it? Yes, I might do a live stream playing it, to be honest, for the Bluey quest for the golden pen. Yeah. Do I have any advice for high school? Oh, high school's rough. High school in Australia is also now 6 years. For me, it was 5 years. It was grade 8 to grade 12. Now it's grade 7 to grade 12. Find your friends and don't be afraid to say the things that you like, because that will help you find the friends who you will stay true with. And also high school, like every day, people forget things so fast, honestly, and every day is different. And most of the time, people are worried about themselves. Every single person is more worried about themselves than they are about you. So that, I think, is one of the best things that you could ever think about, is like, if you're worried about what people think about you, that is also what they're thinking at the same time. A lot of people are we're in those years, you're very self-centered because that's just how you are at the time, but everyone is like that. So however you think people might perceive you, they are also just as worried about how people perceive them. So yeah, you are never alone in that thought. But yeah, oh my God, a watchdog was the answer to the joke before. That's great. Personal opinions. I find the episode Magic a bit cringe because of the way Chili controls the girls with her magic and her dramatic talk about that. Nothing against me or Chili's actress, though. Magic was fun, but it was a very like think outside the box kind of episode, like very, very magical. So it was very different, I think, but yeah, it was interesting. I'm going to be 24 when the Bluey movie comes out, and I'm excited. Animation isn't for kids. Yeah, guys, I am in my mid-30s and I love animation. Like, it is just another form of watching shows. Like, I hate horror movies. I'll never go to see one. Doesn't mean horror movies are for kids or anything like that. Or same thing. You can like what you like. I knew it. I love dad jokes. I love it. All right. Oh, someone got the Lego Minecraft Advent Calendar. That's really cool. I didn't know that it was there. That's really cool. Also, I did not know that Michael J. Fox was the Fox. That's pretty funny. I'm going to miss your Australian, currently living in America intro, but it's nice to be back in your home country. Oh, Andy, you were with me from the start. Thank you. Yeah, I guess I just like, I've basically moved to like G'day you cheeky dogs is like my general intro now. So yeah, that's sort of where I'm at with that. Okay, Watchdog is the answer. I love that. Yeah, she might have had the most anger issues. All right. Oh, okay. Trying to get to some of the last questions here because we are just at 42 minutes. I'm going to go to about 45-ish minutes. What is me and my family's favorite Aussie food? Honestly, my kids is probably sausage sizzles. They love sausage sizzles. They also love sausage rolls. Pavlova, I think, is my favorite. Caramel tarts. Yeah. I think that might be one. Okay, I'm just going to scroll down to the very bottom ones here. Oh, that's a good one as well. Don't be afraid to get tutoring. Yeah, absolutely. What breed is Calypso? Oh, I can't remember what she is. I feel like she's a shepherd though. She's not a type of shepherd. What do I think of Honey? Love Honey. I think she's so cute. My husband said that he's going to crash it. I'll make you play it. He can play the Bluey Quest game and I will just comment on the side. Christopher Esparagoza. I love your videos. I'm from Philippines. Still love Bluey as a 17-year-old. Love that. Absolutely love that. The Railway series. I don't know that one. I'll have to look it up. Oh, Bluey Hits. I forgot that intro. Yeah, I had it animated as well by some fantastic people who did it. Like, yeah, I do. I kind of miss that intro sometimes. But yeah. Australian Shepherd. There we go. That's what Calypso is. An Australian Shepherd. Good old Bosco. Who is Bosco? One day we'll see. All right, guys. I think I might just leave it there. But thank you all so much for coming to join for the Q&A. The Wi-Fi was not so bad this time. Yay! So that's really good. Quick last question. Have I been to other parts of Australia? Yes, I have. All over the East Coast and the West Coast. Never through the middle, though. So that's somewhere to go. Or Tasmania. Would love to do that. But yeah, otherwise, thank you all so much for joining today. I had so much fun. I'll have videos out again for the rest of the week. I'm filming a bunch today. But yeah, otherwise, go back, have a look. You can check out, where is it? Haha, my husband here. Mixed and Nerdy is our other channel if you want to check out some of the stuff there. But otherwise, yeah, I will see all of you guys later. Mwah, thank you so much for coming. I really appreciate it.